Hello Year 1, hope you've had a really nice weekend and it's been relaxing and you managed to have a break from the work that you did last week because you worked so hard. We're going to get started again today. It is Monday the 18th of January and you're going to look at the features of a report. Okay. Now, can you remember, cast your minds back to last Friday when I asked you to look at the non-chronological report on castles. Okay, so look at the title up here, Castles. And in that report, I should look at two headings. Can you say headings? My turn, your turn. Headings, your turn. Great job. Okay. I should look at the features of a castle. Now, that heading there, the features of a castle, tells us all about key information about what a castle is. Okay, what is contained within a castle. All right. The second heading is famous castles, and this one tells us all about famous castles within the UK. Alright, and following that I asked you to write down a few sentences about features of a castle from what you read under that heading, and a list of the famous castles that you could see from the information sheet here around the UK. Now this week we're going to be working towards making your report on dragons. Okay, and today we're going to be looking at the features of the headings within the report in particular today. And you're going to write two headings and write information about those two. The first heading you're going to be writing about in your report is about the dragon's powers. Okay, now last week we started to look at the non-fiction text, didn't we? Remember, a non-fiction text gives us lots of facts and information to help us get a bit of knowledge. And we're going to look back at these texts today to help us, and we're going to focus specifically on this first heading on the dragon's powers. Okay, so let's remind ourselves a little bit about it. The dragons in many stories breathe fire. Other dragons fly high in the air. Some myths tell us that dragon blood is like a magic medicine. And did you know in some places people believe dragons could control the rain? Alright, so there's not a lot of information there, but we've got the information that we need. Okay, on the dragon's powers. So the first thing that you need to do is to write down your heading. Okay, it's my turn, your turn again. Heading, your turn. Great job. Okay, and your first heading you're going to write is what I wrote here. Powers dragons have. Can you say that? My turn, your turn. Powers dragons have. Your turn. Good job. Okay, so you need to choose just two key facts from the information to write down under that heading. So I'm looking at this non-fiction text, and the fact that I want to write down, my first fact is I want to write about how dragons can breathe fire. So my first sentence is going to be under the heading of powers dragons have. Fierce dragons have the power to breathe red hot fire. Okay, that's my key fact, that's my key information that's telling people about the powers that a dragon has. Okay, we section it off and put it in this order so we know what it's all about. Because I want you to do two facts, I'm going to look back at the text and find another one. And I'm looking around, and I actually really, because I didn't know this before I read this book, but I found out that dragon's blood was like magic medicine. And I didn't know that before, so that's a key fact that's stuck with me now, and I think I'm going to put that in my report under my heading. Again, so the heading is powers dragons have. My second fact is going to be dragon's blood is so special it can be used as magic medicine. So, we've completed our first heading. How about that? First heading here, powers dragons have. Okay, that's my heading title. And here I put two facts, fact 1, fact 2. Fierce dragons have put the power to breathe red hot fire, key fact which explains the power, and dragon's blood is so special it can be used as magic medicine. And again, linking back to the heading. The next heading that I want you to write today is going to look at dragons from around the world. Okay, and again, we looked at this non-fiction text last week, so you gain that knowledge and you gain that skill. And let's read this one. Dragons of China. Dragons have been important in China for thousands of years. Chinese people believe dragons could be friendly and would bring them good luck. Did you know that every 12 years in China it is the year of the dragon? People born in this year are supposed to have good luck and a long life. Okay, that's a key fact. That's our key information, our key text that we're looking at and gaining our knowledge from. Okay, so My second heading, my turn, your turn again, heading, your turn, great job, is going to be dragons from around the world. My turn, your turn, dragons from around the world, your turn. Super job, okay? This is our second heading. And we're only going to write information under this heading that links to dragons from around the world. We're not going to write about the powers, we're not going to write about anything else, how the dragon looks, because our heading is telling us we need to write about the dragons from around the world. So let's go back to our text. You can go back to your work as well from last week, because I know you did a lot of research on this. And I'm looking here, and this is about dragons in China. You don't have to choose China. This is just the country that I'm looking at, the culture that I'm looking at, because we looked at cultures from America, we looked at dragons from Europe, and in Middle East as well. So it's up to you what you choose. But I'm going to choose for this one the fact that Chinese people believe dragons could be friendly and bring good luck. So my first fact under dragons from around the world is going to be people from China believe dragons bring good luck. Okay, that's my first key fact. Now just remember, the key bit here is from around the world. So we're not just going to talk about China. Okay, I don't want to just talk about dragons from China, because that's not telling us from around the world, is it? So I'm going to have a look at what people thought dragons were in Europe. Okay, so dragons of Europe. Dragons in Europe were fierce monsters, and many people thought they were giant winged snakes living in underground caves. Many stories told of dragons burning down villages and taking young women away. Did you know that people believe that dragons guarded treasure? Knights would try to kill a dragon and take its treasure. Okay, so again we're given lots of facts there, but I only want you to write down 2 today, and I'm only going to choose 1 fact from this area, because we're writing about from around the world, aren't we? Dragons from around the world. So, looking at this information, I'm thinking, a key fact might be to tell people about that the people in Europe thought they were giant winged snakes. So, go back to my heading, okay? It's my second heading, dragons from around the world. There's our first fact about the dragons from China. My second fact will be people from Europe thought dragons were giant winged snakes. Now, I've put a punctuation mark here. Do you know what this is called? That's right, it's called an exclamation mark. Can you say that? My turn, your turn. Exclamation mark. Brilliant. And we add an exclamation mark into our sentence to make it add a bit more emotion, okay? So we can say it, use our voice in a different way to make it sound a bit more interesting. And on Wednesday in your handwriting, we're going to be looking at putting exclamation marks into your sentences there too. So, let me read that again with the exclamation mark. People from Europe thought dragons were giant winged snakes. See, I changed my voice because it added emotion to it. So there's my 2 key facts. Let's go back to our first heading. Powers dragons have. There's my 2 key facts, okay? Fierce dragons have the power to breathe red hot fire. Dragon blood is so special it can be used as magic medicine. Our second heading is dragons from around the world. And my 2 key facts here are people from China believe dragons bring good luck, and people from Europe thought dragons were giant winged snakes. Okay, those are my 2 key facts for that heading. So we've got 2 headings in total and 2 facts for each one. Okay. Also, don't forget in the box on your sheet, you need to make sure you draw a picture of your dragon. Okay, just like the picture that I've got on here, just so that when people look at this report, they can see straight away that this is going to be about dragons and information about dragons. Okay, so I hope you have a great day of learning today, year 1, and I look forward to seeing lots of your features of your report day, specifically looking at the headings. Okay, so have a great day, and I look forward to seeing your work later. Thank you.